have been given a new mission. I have been asked by my commander to explore a very rare and precious planet. It contains an incredible resource which will change the future of my civilization. I'm on my way to meet my assistant on this mission. I'm looking forward to working with them. Hello, how are you feeling? Welcome. Do not be alarmed by the weaponry. It is merely a defensive system. I would like to congratulate you on passing all the required tests, and I'm thrilled to have you here on this mission with me. Now, assuming that you have been briefed, but I suspect that you require more detailed briefing. Is that right? Good. Well, first things first. Let's have a look at you. So, this procedure is very simple and requires nanotechnology to assess the structures around your face and make sure that there are no dangerous elements within you. Sometimes the alien forces that we are currently dealing with can unfortunately try to plant a sort of spy system within new recruits, and it is standard for us to check for this system. Okay. This is a completely painless checking, and in between I will be giving you details about the mission and asking you questions. I will be checking you each time I have briefed you further and asked you some questions, and this is because the spy systems that they place within you can sometimes take a little while to rise to the surface. But not to worry, it's totally fine, and as I say, it's completely painless. Just relax. That's right. It's alright, just relax your shoulders. Everything's fine, it's alright. This is completely standard. And I promise you, there is no harm doing this at all. No harm at all from this. Just relax. That's right. Just relax. Doing great. Just doing great. Everything's fine. That's it. It's all okay. Everything's fine. Just relax. Okay. How are you feeling? Good. See, I told you. It's absolutely fine. Now, so, what is your name? I know that sounds strange. It's to make sure that your memory is functioning properly and has adapted to this environment. That is correct. What is your date of birth? Good. When did you begin training? Good. What academy did you study at? Excellent. Good. 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 Well done. So, the mission is, there is a new kind of metal which is called Transformium. That's right, you've heard of it. Transformium. You thought it was a myth. Well, you're not the only one to think that. Initially, Transformium was kept under close guard, and it was a secret that was protecting our civilization. It appears the enemy has unfortunately found out about it, and they are just as interested as we are to get their hands on it. But we are going to make sure that never happens. And we are primarily involved in instigating that process. It's time for further nano sweeps, and then I will continue with my explanation. As I say, just relax. That's it, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Good. 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 Just relax. That's it. Good. Good. Wonderful. How do you feel after that? Good. See, it's alright, isn't it? The technology is incredibly advanced and will not cause you any harm at all. We will now continue with the discussion. So, there's a planet that contains this rare metal. We must go there on a scouting mission to make sure it is safe for our forces to land. We are concerned that our enemy has already arrived on this planet, in which case we could be walking into an ambush. Our job is to make sure that the coast is clear, as they say. I want to reassure you that this ship has the most advanced cloaking technology in this sector of the galaxy. It is certainly more advanced than what the enemy is able to detect, and therefore is essentially a guarantee that we will be safe. It is for this reason that only 2 of us will be going, because there really is not enough of this technology to place on a larger ship. Therefore, a small 2-person crew is required for a ship this size and its amazing technology. We will be protected. There is simply no way they can see us, hear us, or pick us up with any of their sensors. I assure you, I would not be risking both of our lives if I was not 100% convinced that this is a safe mission. We have been making serious gains on our enemy through extensive investing into rare technologies. And we have solid information that our enemy has foolishly neglected these investment opportunities, placing us at a keen advantage over them. Rest assured, I will now continue with the nano sweep. That's it, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Good. 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 Just relax. That's it. Good. Good. It appears that this was another successful sweep, I am pleased to say. When we arrive within the orbital range of the planet, we will at first go all around the planet in an accelerated orbit. We will go east to west and then north to south, being directed by the magnetic fields of the planet, just as if we were on Earth. After we have done a preliminary scan and are satisfied that the planet is not inhabited, we will then continue. We will land on a mountain, the largest mountain to be precise. We will always remain in our mech suits, for the atmosphere of this planet is incredibly hostile. At no point would you leave my side. At no point would you remove your mech suit. These decisions could be fatal. The mech suit certainly would result in the loss of your life. Leaving my side could result in serious harm, and that is why I do not advise it. The animals of this planet are rare, but there are some dangerous predators. That is why I will be equipped with my defensive guns at all times. You will be given a laser rifle, but you will not need to use it. It is purely a backup measure. I do not want you to feel as if you are not protected. We will only be searching certain areas personally, but we will be releasing drones to do a landscape scan and an underground scan. These drones will be launched from the ship and will return in a programmed time. There are only 2 areas I want us to explore personally, but we will wait until the drones have returned. I need to be sure that the place is uninhabited. Fortunately, our mech suits also have the same cloaking technology, so we will be invisible. Even so, I do not wish to stay there any longer than necessary. I will show you where I want us to go when we arrive. It is 2 locations that have the largest deposits of the rare metal we are going to investigate and secure. I want to see it up close on order of my bosses. Commander is interested that I get some video footage, and he has asked that I do that in person. So, one last sweep. That's it, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Good. 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 that was the final sweep. You'll be pleased to know you have no spying systems placed in you, and I am also pleased to know that as well. Good. Well, it is time for you to rest now. So, if you would like to sit back, I will explain a little bit more of the mission to you. Okay. Now that you've got more comfortable, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the mission, and I think you're going to be very interested in this part. So, this metal has the ability to transform objects. That's right. It is remarkable in the sense that if you, for example, wrap it around a tank with the correct adjustments to the metal itself, you can make it so it can adapt into an amphibious craft. Let me explain. So, let's say that you take this metal and you place within it, in the process, in the refinery, you place within it water, and you place within it earth. It will give you almost like a magical switch that will allow you to switch between an amphibious and land-based vehicle should you decide to create a tank. If, for example, you are using it as some kind of a shield, it would flick between being waterproof and being able to repel powerful physical objects. Whatever you mix with it and whatever you build, a new purpose is formed. Do you understand? The applications for this metal are phenomenal. They will allow us to create adaptive vehicles and weaponry, adaptive spaceships and satellites. The possibilities are phenomenal. The metal is also incredibly strong, but can be made stronger by the introduction of diamonds. It is incredibly conductive, but can be made stronger with the introduction of gold. If you infuse heat into the refinery in a sealed jar, stay with me. For example, a burning flame in a container of oxygen. If you put this inside the metal in its liquid state, the container will of course be destroyed, the oxygen escape and the flame will go out, but in the split second that it is still there, the metal will be infused with very heat-based practical mechanisms. For example, the ability to build a ship that we can fly to the sun. Now, it is obviously a concern to us enemy knows about this. We are basically in a situation where the first group to get their hands on this will easily be able to dominate the other. And we are good, so we are not looking to dominate anyone. But unfortunately, our enemy is not thinking in the same way. They are dangerous, and whilst we do not wish to dominate them, we do wish to stop them expanding and causing harm to others. They have recently reached a new advancement in regards to their warp drive capabilities. This is a serious cause for concern. We have slightly better warp drive capabilities. However, we are not a risk to the galaxy. We are concerned that if this group doesn't get this precious metal, they will continue to expand and to harm others. We wish to acquire it so we can go out and protect other civilizations that we find. Of course, one must not assume that others are not more advanced. I am of course referring to younger civilizations that are not capable of protecting themselves. So we have a range of reasons for pursuing this particular metal. Once we have secured the planet, reinforcements will be sent, and after a second inspection, the laboratories will be flown in, along with the refining stations, and a small community will begin to grow. Military bases will also be placed, and there will be a satellite link defending the planet that will cover the whole planet. After this has been placed, we are pretty well protected, and we have been assured that this is the only main deposit in this sector. We will be sent on another mission after this, and that mission will be in order to essentially pen in our enemy and stop them from leaving their area, their solar system. This may seem like we are imprisoning them, but as I say, they are not to be trusted and have shown themselves to be incredibly devious and aggressive. So it is, unfortunately, the only measure we can take. We do not have the resources to imprison them all. Instead, we are going to use this metal to essentially create a zone around them, a wall of sorts, a perimeter of sorts that will have defensive weaponry in order to stop them from leaving. Of course, certain non-military groups can leave without permission, as long as they have reassured us that they do not wish to cause any trouble. We wish for them to have freedom, but non-aggressive freedom. So, our second mission is very much dependent on the success of the first, but I'm confident, and I'm glad you're with me. I want you to rest now. I'll come and find you again soon. It's nice meeting you. Sleep well.